Wow, 6 people already liked it, and like it just started. Ugh. Okay. I got myself like a desk thingy. It's a bed desk. Hi, Delaney. Oh my goodness. Hi, hi, hi. Let's see who else is here. What's up, my flock? Welcome to Army Church. This is your pastor, Pastor Jay. I totally had. Can you hear me okay? I feel like I'm speaking really loudly. Hello, my children. Okay, can you hear me okay? Okay, that's fine. That's great. I had a whole introduction planned where I was gonna come on and then I was gonna talk to you. I was gonna like do the introduction in Korean and then I would be like, how much of that did you understand? And that would have been relevant to this live today. I look cute. Thank you very much. I keep worrying like if I have lipstick in my teeth, which I don't. So yeah, it's fine. So I was gonna do that, and I was gonna like. That would have been a great introduction into this live. It'd be like, okay, how much of that did you understand? Because today we're gonna talk about such a great topic, which is, hi Emma. It's been a long time. Would have been a cute intro. I mean, I could have still done it, but the moment's gone now. The moment's gone. Let me open this so I can stick my spoon in here so I don't have to keep holding it. Corn for breakfast. This is breakfast for me. I hope it's all mixed up. Ooh. Okay. So today's topic is actually really. Today's topic is called Lost in Translation, and it's so important that you guys are here today because I want you guys to know exactly what you guys are missing out on, what has been always translated wrong, and the cultural nuances that cannot be translated. So it would be good if you know all of that. So the next time you see it or experience it, you would know because you learned it here from Pastor Jay. I'm here to save you all. I mean, no, that's God. I'm just a pastor. I take that back. Don't be offended. Okay. Let me stick this in this one. Also, there's something so cute to show you. Today's live is sponsored by Jimin's beautiful dance picture. It's not an actual sponsor. I don't make any money from my YouTube channel, so it's whatever. Look at this beautiful Promise first anniversary. Ta-da! I have no idea what flavor it is. I've drunk like 3 that were grapefruit. But this is a different picture, so I'm pretty sure it's not a grapefruit flavor. It's a mystery flavor, you guys. Let's find out together. And then we're gonna start this live. I mean, it's already started. And then we're gonna start on the topic officially. But you know, every church session has got to have its own communal wine that we're gonna drink. And I don't know what it is, so we're gonna find out. Smells like lemon. Oh, it's yellow. It's probably lemon then. I bought a little like table thingy. You know how in all those romantic movies, then the guy serves the girl breakfast in bed, and they've got this little table. I bought. It's really good. Now I can talk to you while having breakfast in bed. Okay, you guys. So the topic today is so important. Let's start with something very, very, very simple, and we'll just start off from there. We'll just jump off from there. Okay? So, a very common word that we often encounter. Oh, let us know what flavor it is. Okay, let me know. It's really good. Lemon. Lemonade. I wish I had more of the grapefruit age, but I have like 3 cans with the same picture, and I wanted to like get a different picture. So I was like, okay, I picked by picture, not by flavor. And it turned out to be lemon. That's why I didn't know what it was. There, it doesn't say anything on the can. Okay, so um, yes, you are joined by me, language expert, and other language expert, Kim Nam-jun. Oh, maybe we should have this view the whole time. Okay, looks like a good idea. So, alright. If you don't know already, a brief introduction of this is I was the translator for the fandom for about 3 years, and apparently I did a very good job. Everybody really likes my translations and really trusted my translations. I think Delaney has been there for a long time, so she knows what I'm talking about. And yes, so a lot of people find my translations really trustworthy, so you guys know that you have a trusted source today. So the first, the most simple term that we're going to talk about is the term 친구. 친구, everybody knows it to mean friend in Korean, and a lot of the times people don't realize that in Korean, 친구 has another meaning, a separate meaning. Although it might be common by now, just because, you know, if you've been around in the fandom long enough, but if you're just into liking K-pop, then here's the translation for you. 친구 in a Korean context usually means someone of the same age as you, someone born in the same year as you. And a lot of the time, people get it wrong. Like they think that anytime in the Korean hierarchy, anytime someone is born before you, it counts as an elder person. But this doesn't apply to people born in the same year. And the best example that we see are actually the most obvious example for us is Jin and Taeyong, and they are 95 line, right? Ku is 9, Wu is 5, and the Z at the back is just like a plural, not really a plural, it's just a slang, okay? Kuzi refers to the 95 line, which is Jimin and V. And they call each other 친구 because they're friends, because they're born in the same year. But in the Korean context, they would never say, like Jimin would point to someone he knows that might be from the same school but not his same year, and he wouldn't say this is my friend. Like if he said 친구예요, that would be like this is a person that is of the same year as me. So a more personal example. I'm gonna get into this just a bit more. Let me give you examples first so that you can understand better the cultural context. 2 years ago when I went to Korea with my friend, I went with a friend who's much younger than me, and she looks like a fucking baby. So we went to a shoe store, and she was gonna buy a shoe. She was gonna buy shoes, and my friend doesn't really speak Korean. She knows like the basic words, like 친구. She knows 친구 means, she thinks 친구 means friend. And so when the shoe salesman asked her, who are you here with? Or like she looked like she was waiting for me to like help her or something. And they asked like, are you here together? And my friend said, yeah, 친구. And then the guy looked at me and looked at her, and like it's so obvious that we're not the same age because I look much older than her, because she looks like a fucking baby. Yeah, hi Tiffany. And so he was like 친구, like, and then because I can speak Korean, he started speaking to me, and he was like, are you sure this is your 친구? And I'm like, no, 동생이에요. And so 친구 in a Korean context means same age friend. Same age friend. Clearly we are not the same age. So he was like, it's not your 친구. And in the Korean context, usually there's no real word for friend because there's always a word for um, like your role. So even though I say 동생, which means a younger sister or younger brother, it's to show our age relationship. And it doesn't mean she's my actual brother or I mean she's my actual sister or younger sister. It just shows our age relationship. And that's how it is in Korea because all the different ways that you talk to each other are based on age and role and position. So, yes. So, I am not her 친구, I am her 언니. And 언니, as you know, is elder sister and 형 is elder brother. So, yeah, so then after I explained, I was like, 친구 아니에요. She's not my friend. 동생이에요. So yeah, she's my younger sister, showing that she's younger than me. So yeah, it's really important for you guys to understand like just how different. Like when things are translated, you might totally get it wrong. But I think I've gone too far in explaining like the language nuances. How's this going so far? Damn, I should have been more like confident. This is my army church. This is my sermon, my flock. I shouldn't be like asking if you're having a good time. I should just tell you. No, I'm not a dictator, you know, pastor. I'm a pastor who cares about her flock. So, oh, if you didn't get it before and you're getting it now, I'm so happy to have been able to help you. So yes, cultural context is very important, and often it does not get translated because you guys are just reading the subtitles, which also go by very quickly, right? The subtitles just is in the context and it's gone, and it's the next line, next line, next line. So basically, if you're trying to learn Korean and you're trying to learn from watching videos, it is the most unhelpful thing ever because you're not actually learning context. You're only learning direct translations that have been given to you. So I really, when I was a translator, I really was trying my best to teach everybody because for me, I believe that if I'm trying to teach you a language, I don't want you to just know the language. You have to know language comes together with culture and context together. And if I just translate, I'm going to be translating. I wanted to teach people the language so that you can do it yourself and you can learn it yourself and you can see for yourself the different things. Now, moving on from this, oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate the feedback. Feedback is so important, you guys, so that I know what I'm doing right and I can give you more of the content that you want. So always comment your feedback. Don't be shy. You can just leave like one line and go. But it's really important for me to know what you like and what you're enjoying so that I can give you more of that. Okay? So, okay, let's explain more about the language things. The best resources to use. Okay, now I'll talk about that separately. I actually have a video on that, like tips on how to learn Korean. So if you really want to know, I give you all the tips and the resources that I personally used to learn Korean. I learned Korean on my own, and so you know, I gave you all the tips and the resources as well in that video. It's a tips and tricks for learning Korean, a very simple title. Okay, anyway, we need to keep moving. It's already been 15 minutes. Okay. I wanted to talk about what's lost in translation sometimes for you guys is when I was translating 0 o'clock 2 weeks ago. And I posted it on Twitter, right? And I also posted it here in the community section. So there is a line in 0 o'clock. It reads 대체 왜? Something about 내가 열심히 뛰었는데. Okay. literally open my nose. Let me get this line. 내가 열심히 뛰었는데. Let me look up the 0 o'clock. Pretty much, actually I don't really need to see the line, but for accuracy's sake, it's better. I'm always all about the accuracy. I'm always all about the accuracy, and this is why I'm very good at my fucking job, because I yell at you. I yell at people at work. If you don't give me accurate shit. I'm a very yelly person, just so you know. I won't yell at you though. Okay. Where does it say? 도대체 왜? 나 열심히 뛰었는데. Okay, so there's a line that Jimin sings. In 0 o'clock. 도대체 왜? 나 열심히 뛰었는데. When I translated it, I translated it as like, why the hell is this happening to me when I've worked so hard, when I've put in so much effort? And then a lot of people were like, okay, your translation makes so much sense. It makes more sense than the others that I've read. So I went to look up the other translations. And the other translations were like, why is this, why the hell, or why the heck? I have been running so hard. And it doesn't make sense, like, I've been running so hard. Running so hard in this case is metaphorical. Dio? We need to, actually Dio can also mean jump. Okay, whatever. We're gonna just look at the context as running. 열심히 means really working really hard. 열심히 뛰었는데. That's the line that Jimin sings. And in a Korean context, 열심히 뛰었는데 is literally translated to I've been running really hard, but the actual usage of the phrase is I've been putting in so much effort. I've been working my ass off. If you want to put it in like a casual context. So people who translate, sometimes they translate it directly, and the meaning doesn't come across as well. So like when I showed it to my Korean friends, and they were like, what the hell? And I'm like, and then they tried to like test me. They were like, so why did you translate it this way? What does it mean to you? And I'm like, 열심히 뛰었는데, it means I'm chasing after something. I'm running after something. That's my goal. And that's why I'm chasing after it. And that's why I put effort into it. And they were like, that's exactly fucking right. And I'm like, yeah. So it's so contextual. And that's why it's not an easy language to learn at all. But I don't want you to be discouraged by this. Definitely, if you put in enough effort, right, you will be able to just learn everything within the context. And so that's why I'm saying, that's why the title of this video is Lost in Translation, because so much is lost when people aren't translating properly and they don't take the responsibility or the time to translate properly. And what I really fucking hate about these lyric videos is that about these people who translate quickly and people who put up lyric videos just because they want to be the first out there, just so they can get views. It's for views and it's for like channel subs and all that. And to be honest, that's what used to discourage me as a translator, is because I took the time to translate slowly and properly with sincerity, but I wasn't the fastest. And so people chase after what's the quickest, like what's the first available, translation. The fastest is not always the best, you guys. Speed doesn't equal quality, and you guys are actually losing out on a lot of the real meanings and translations of things if you don't wait. So I guess, it's not to say that the fast ones are entirely wrong. It's like 70% correct, I guess, because there are a lot of simple phrases, simple phrases that don't require really deeper meanings or translations. But yeah, it's like, I think that you should wait for the good stuff, aka my stuff, but I don't really translate anymore. just because I feel like nobody really nobody really cares if I translate. But recently, something that I translated out into a context for people, it's gotten like over 1.2 million views, 1.1 million views. 3 days ago, I put out a tweet that explained. I put this on the community section as well. That explained the background of Yoongi's shadow video. Instead of saying, "Oh, are you late to it?" It just says, "Oh, are you late to it?" And I'm not the type that like I want to check my translations with Korean friends all the time, and that's not my translation. That would be my friend's translations. I'm not this kind of person. And when I first started translating, I didn't have Korean friends to check with, alright? And yet my stuff was always, I'm not my finger point, and yet my stuff was always trustworthy. But nowadays, why not? Just to know, just to have that approval, that stamp of approval. From from the Korean little community that I am in now. They said that was 100% what the translation is, and they said it doesn't matter, that there's no official official statement saying that's what it means, and they said that's absolutely how we feel. So they were like, they're kind of amazed that I got it, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. We also have a group chat where it says all of us here in the group chat are Koreans. I'm the only one that's not Korean in there, so it's kind of an honorary Korean. I'm gonna stop eating because I think like my chewing is very loud. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm gonna chew quicker. And then I'm gonna swallow it. And then I'm not gonna eat anymore. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, alright then. If you can't hear it, then good. Okay. Let's move on to some other wrong translations that I've encountered recently. Very recent examples also actually include Bon Voyage Season 4 in Malta. No. Not Malta. New Zealand. Why? How did I forget that? I'm going to New Zealand in May. What the hell? Okay. So, I usually don't watch Bon Voyage with translations, and so I saw this on Twitter. Somebody had brought up the fact that the translations were wrong for something that Jimin was saying to Jungkook. And later, there were also similarly wrong translations in terms of something that was said about Jungkook in relation to Jimin. And I was kind of like getting a little bit suspicious. I didn't know this was going on, but when I did go to look at the video, and I put the subtitles on, and I was like, that is so not what he said. And I was like, wow, are you guys being deceived? And how much of this is going on? How much of this is going on where they lie to you about what's being said? And I don't think they do it, I don't know if they do it on purpose. It could be because they don't want people to be like, that sounds gay. They don't want people to speculate, things like that. And also, the last couple of days, I've been watching Kingdom on Netflix, and it's a Korean series. And you would think that Netflix would have like really good translators doing subtitles. But on 3 separate occasions that I can remember, I was like telling my mom like, no, that's not what he said, and yeah, so. And it's not like difficult context. It's actually simple words that I know 100% for sure that he didn't say that, or but the subtitles included it, or that he did say something but the subtitles didn't include it. And so I really wonder how much of this is going on. And sometimes I understand because it could be really, really difficult. Um, it could be really difficult to, like, translate everything within the context for people to understand. Like, sometimes it might be so contextual that they have to just be like, we have to just, in order to keep things going, we just have to not complicate things, and we'll just, you know, keep things simple and not include that. But for VLive, I've actually noticed that they do leave out things that could be interpreted in a gay context, just because BTS says a lot of seriously gay shit. So they they translate it. They translate it. Actually, it's only been happening recently. During the first season of Bon Voyage, they were in Europe. I remember seeing on like Instagram or something, people who were shipping Namjoon. I'm gonna give you an example of how they did allow the gay shit in the beginning, but nowadays I think they're being stricter, and I will tell you about the progression of why this is happening. Bon Voyage season 1 was of course the very first season, right? And back then they were kind of popular, but not as huge as they are now, where they have to be even more careful. And back then, like, they were the subtitlers. We'll just call them that. The subtitlers. All they had to do was just translate whatever was being said in the video and put that up. So I don't think they thought about how much they should be censoring, or should they change to like guard the context of something or whatever it is. It was very, very simple. So we got, but they also made mistakes that made things seem actually even more gay than they actually were. There were these Namjoon shippers. I mean, I shipped them too, but this is like in discussions like this, we're just gonna stick to facts and real things. It's not personal enjoyment. So Namjoon shippers were like, oh my god, there's this scene where Namjoon and Jin said that they were sharing a bed. It's our bed or something like that. Jungkook lost his phone. They were on a cruise ship, and then they were like, oh, Jungkook lost his phone. It was in our bed or our bedroom or something like that. That's what it said. But when I listened to the Korean audio, that's not what it was. Fuck, I forgot to look this up just now. Should I find it? Let's see if we can find it. Our bed. Jungkook phone. For sure, if I put in these keywords, I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find this video. Yes. Okay. PD said to Namjoon, what do we do about the lost phone? And then Namjoon's like, oh, Jimin lost his phone, not Jungkook. Namjoon said, Jimin lost it, it's in our room. It's on our bed. And that's how they translated it. It's on our bed, referring to him and Jin, because he was eating with Jin at the time. And I can't remember what the Korean context was, but that's not what it was. That's just an example of wrong translation that supports the gay shit, and then there's wrong translations now that tried to hide the gay shit. Okay, I'll give you, because that was so long ago, I don't remember what happened, but the recent one, I'm going to tell you what happened. So they were picking rooms in like an Airbnb type place, and Jimin said, Jungkook, you never fail to come to my room every day or every chance you get. And that was what he said in Korean. And the subtitle said, fuck, I can't remember this. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The subtitle said something completely different. I wonder if you guys remember this or not. It's actually in my... Did I post it on Instagram? Do you guys remember? If you're on my Instagram? I was thinking about this in the shower just now. And I was like thinking of examples to give to you guys. But I posted it on my Twitter too. So what is this person doing? Like, bye-bye. I love kicking people out. Like, that's what's gonna happen if you spam my shit. You guys, when was this? When was the whole thing about the... I'm being so bad right now. Like, I feel like I wasn't prepared enough. But I promise I gave this example. It was either on my Twitter and I put it on my Instagram, or okay, just give me a second. Right? I'm so close. I swear I had it just now. I was talking to Hunju about it. Oh, here we are. A lot of people, they read the subtitles in English. The English subtitle said, "Jungkook, you and I are always together." That was it. You and I are always together. But what Jimin actually said in Korean was, "Jungkook, you never fail to come to my room every night or every chance you get." I can't remember the exact, but it was like implying that Jungkook looks for Jimin every night. And I was really surprised. I'm not surprised Jimin said that, but I was really surprised that they really, that they would actually not translate that, because the difference is really, really big. The difference is so huge. So I'm like, why make such a big deal out of the gay shit they constantly say? And yeah, so I thought that was like, even if you weren't suspicious before that some gay shit was happening, you would now that you know what's going on. Or I would, because I understood what they were doing. And then in another context, I think it was either later this episode or the next episode, it was also to do with like Jimin and Jungkook. Something like Namjoon said to Jimin, like, see, like, I told you he likes you that much, like, and but it was not translated, or it was translated wrong. I can't remember that specific context, because I didn't want to like keep posting about such shit on Instagram, so that's another example. And I think that VLive, so VLive was the one that flagged a whole bunch of my videos on my previous channel, and my channel got deleted. And the reason why they don't like other people subtitling their shit is because we tell the truth. one of the I had one video that was flagged for copyright twice, and it was a Tsuyin video in which he was flirting with armies. Like, he was saying really, like, sounds like sexual innuendos. It was real flirting. He had the facial expressions and everything. And I translated that part really quickly, and I don't remember because it was more than 2 years ago. I only remember what happened. But yeah. I used to translate V-Lives, like, so fast, and I, either the whole thing, if it was short enough, or, like, the more important parts. And what Naver hates, V-Live is under Naver, and what Naver really hates is that people recorded their videos and posted them on YouTube, or people like me who recorded their videos and we subbed them, truthfully, and didn't censor out anything. Because while something is going on live, they can't stop it. And that's why when a live is done, you can't find it for a while. Because the V-Live people go through it really quickly and take out all the parts that are controversial, and you never get to see them again. And so much of this, like, yeah, so much of this has happened. So there are some times where you see something that during a live, so it's really important to try and catch them live. Oh, they're very careful now. But when they're alone, when they do solo V-Lives, sometimes they don't watch what they say, especially Maknae Lion. So, especially Maknae Lion, they get really excited when they talk, and they have less, like, mental filter when they talk. Especially Taeyong, who is very, very, always really overly honest to armies. So, usually that's what happens. And so, that's how my channel got deleted, you guys. Anyway, Lost in Translation, again, like, sticking to the topic. Do you have questions, though? Because I don't want to keep talking. Like, I would love to answer some questions that you have. So, while you ask those questions, let me chew on some corn. Of course there's BTS content that's actually translated. I mean, not everything is a lie. I'm just saying they hide some stuff. I have no time. Are BTS music videos translated accurately? I don't watch with translations. So, but I remember in a previous video my captions were on, and I remember being quite impressed that it was quite no, I remember being impressed with the type of language used because it seemed very casual. So it seemed like the person was a person who spoke English. So I think the MVs are mostly subtitled accurately, the official ones, the recent ones. Are Uncanny Bomb videos accurately? I would say because now they're so short and they're very simple. The short ones and the simple ones are translated accurately, but I would say that anytime there seems to be like gay shit going on, there's a chance it might not be accurately translated. They're just trying to avoid the gay shit. And this makes me so... Oh. Oh my god. Excuse me. Anyway, this makes me so, like, suspicious because, I mean, come on, we know they do gay shit and we didn't even think anything of it. So, but if you try to hide it, then that that makes us suspicious. Like, why? Let me think of, like, okay, there was another V Live thing that it was a comeback, like, teaser or something that I subbed. It came out without subtitles. So, but when I subbed it, it was Hobie. Hobie went to, like, open a door. He was singing some weird song that he always does. And then he went to open a door and he looked inside and he was like, oh, Jimin's changing. And then so he, like, closed the door and he went back to wait outside. He said something like, only I can see what Jimin's body looks like, or only I can see Jimin naked. Something like that. And when the video posted with subtitles, first posted with subtitles from V Live from Naver, they didn't translate that line. They just completely skipped over that line at all. And I had already, like, subtitled that line on my Instagram, I think, at the time. And yeah, he said that. Oh, yeah. So, and I think by now other people have subbed it or have translated that as well. So you would probably know. And but I don't know if VLive or Naver has updated their subs. Yeah, he also said armies wish they could see. But he also said, like, only I can see Jimin naked, or only I can see Jimin's body, or something like that. Was it Wings come back? I think so. How are you guys feeling now that you know that you're missing out on a lot of things? Also, something positive that you miss out on. Let's think of the positives. There used to be so many videos where, so this is something why I say you should really learn Korean, because if you learn Korean, you can hear everything that's going on. The subtitles only translate for you what the person that's being focused on is saying, but otherwise you can hear what people are saying in the background. So, like, in all the earlier BTS videos, like earlier, before they were huge and popular and knew, like, what to avoid and to be quieter or something like that, you can always hear what I loved, what I looked out for. Okay, like, personally, I am a Namjoon shipper. Okay, so and the reason why I started, like, shipping for fun is because you can always hear Namjoon in the background being super encouraging to Jin. Also, if you read, like, my Royals series, my Royals fanfic series, Namjoon is the most encouraging person to Jin, like, ever. And this is inspired by all the fucking times in the background I hear Namjoon saying, Jin, you're the best. Jin, you're so handsome. Jin, you did really well. Don't worry. You know, he's so encouraging. So encouraging. And I love that. I love that so much. And there was one time Jin did a V-Live, and he actually admitted to being very, very insecure. And he said, and I knew that already, because a person who often talks about their own looks actually wants to be praised for the thing that they're talking about. It's like, yeah, it's like you're hoping to hear it, you know, like, and as a very insecure person myself, I recognize that same quality in him that he was doing. He constantly talks about his looks, and so one time he did quite an emotional V-Live. He said it like it was nothing, you know, like it didn't affect him that much, but we know it does. He said that he actually is really, really insecure about his looks, and so to know that all the time when you hear Namjoon in the background being the most fucking encouraging leader, friend, brother, any other possibility, that's kind of fucking amazing. Oh, thank you. I was, yeah, I'm very insecure about my own face. Also, I always think like my face is not good enough or things like that. So that, you know, I also like don't want to fish for compliments. It sucks. So anyway. Should you know that Namjoon has been the most amazing person ever to Jin. That's like amazing, don't you think? So if you can hear what's going on in the background, that would be so great. Just listen to what's going on in the background. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much. I had self-esteem issues for the longest time, and my Instagram family, while I was a translator and even after I stopped, they were so supportive, the most supportive family ever, and it really helped me to be like less of an insecure person and a more assured person. So yeah, I am much better now. Definitely. I always take note of progress because I know how so many people have been like trying to help me out or helping me out even though they don't know it. So like how to be grateful is always taking note of your progress and always trying to keep making progress. And don't stop because, you know, don't waste other people's efforts, you know? So okay, do you like more questions? Let me think about. What else has been going on? Since you said Korean is hard, do you still learn new things? Of course! Of course. I learn new vocabulary all the time. Like, based on context. New contexts come up every day. Just last week, I was like, or no, earlier this week, I was telling my friend, hey, I just learned new vocabulary today. And she was like, what is it? I'm like, it's tetekmu, which is working from home because now everybody's doing this because of the coronavirus. So I learned new vocabulary based on new contexts that I have not experienced. Like any language, it is constantly a learning experience. Like even for English, sometimes I like to believe that I'm really a master at English. I'm so fucking good at English. My vocabulary is fantastic and amazing. This is something I'm really confident on. Like, no self-esteem issues there for English. I have fucking good English. And I still learn new words from time to time. And oh my god, the slangs are constantly evolving, and no matter how much I hate the new slangs, and they're so juvenile and gross and butchering the beauty of my English language. Sometimes in order just to keep up with the times, you have to learn what they are. So, how long did it take you to master the language? I don't think I'm a master at that language. I've been learning since mid 2012, so it's been a long time. And then I became a translator in 2015. So I would say I was good enough to be a translator by 2015, and I was good enough to be a subber by 2016. And I wouldn't say I'm a master at it, but don't forget, everyone has different capabilities. I'm really good with languages. I pick languages really fast. Like, I can read 8 different languages, but is it 8 or is it 7? I can read Cyrillic, French, Spanish, Arabic. Arabic's super rusty, but okay, never mind. Let's not count that. French, Cyrillic, Spanish, English, Malay, Korean. I'm Chinese, but I suck at reading Chinese. I can't read Chinese, so fuck that. I'm not gonna count that. I can read 6. I am fluent in 4. Less fluent in more than 4. I pick up languages really easy. So I think asking a person how long they took is not actually a good measure of like how long you're gonna take yourself. It's a very personal process. How about like, are there any words that you're curious about? Thank you very much, guys. Pastor J's IQ was 144, just so you know. So close. Look at this fucker with his 148 IQ. And there's me lagging behind. I hate to lose. So 4 points. God damn it. What's the 4th language you're fluent on? Malay. Okay. He means to do. So hada. Hada is the root word, and he means to do it. If I say 그냥 해, just do it. And when I he, okay, is to like make that sound, the sound, like or you know. And so literally it means to do that sound or to feel that way. So he, if you add he to anything, it means like to do it or to feel it or to experience. No, it makes it a verb. It makes it a verb. That's the easiest explanation. I hope you know what a verb is. You know some people don't. That's seriously disappointing. There's lemon pulp in here. It's so good. I haven't really looked at the lyrics for because I've been obsessed with the other songs and I haven't really looked at the lyrics. I probably listened to like twice. I'm sorry. Fuck. Okay, I'll get around to translating all the songs in this album. Just look out for it. It'll be on my Twitter. That was a really good question. How about Any other questions? I'm here to answer your question. I like this. I'm here to answer your questions. Go ahead. I feel like there's so much more I could say. Because over the years, like honestly, seriously, over the years, there have been so many mistaken translations that led to so many misunderstandings. Let me explain a bit more about the Korean language, just so, I guess you have just a better understanding of it, so far. One word can have so many meanings, right? Like, I'll give you one of my favorite examples to give people is the word moon. Moon oh, thank you very much. It's a mix of two colors. Moon can mean eyes, and it can mean snow. So, they're so fucking different. And so how will you ever know what they're talking about? So the Korean language is so damn contextual. And it's really difficult. Context relies heavily on markers as well. Oh fuck, I'm getting too technical into this. Do people use penman with their parents? Yeah, some people do. Some people don't. I feel like if I were to speak in Korean with my mom, I would use polite speech and not panmek. So you don't have to be formal. It's a choice, or it's how you were raised, or it's what your parents want you to do, or like, some people do, some people don't. Usually the more educated ones do. Just saying. What else can I tell you? It's not exactly in line with the topic today, but I'll answer your question. I hope everyone else stays on topic. The alphabet you're talking about, so it said that it could be an R, it could be an L. It depends on where the position is in the word. So for example, if it's in the middle of the word, it's an R sound. If it's at the end of the word, it's an L sound. If it's in the middle of the word and you have double of that alphabet, it's an L sound. That's the easiest way. It's not 100% applicable, but it's 90% applicable. So for the most part, if you follow this rule, you'll get it correct. So for example, 나를 has that alphabet with, it's sort of, okay, 나를, you should know. It's really hard for me to say face. 얼굴? 얼굴. I don't know how. You have to roll your tongue a bit, I guess, to make that sound. I keep wondering like how I can help you guys more in terms of learning Korean. I wanted to have like a series teaching Korean, but it's like I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I don't know. Like, what is tickling me? What is tickling me here? And I don't know how to structure lessons. I don't know how to begin teaching them. I should do separate lives for it. What do you think? What is this thing that keeps tickling my nose all the time? Because I want Army Church to continue. And but I also want to help you learn Korean. And the best way is to do it live, I think, is the most interactive. But I think daily Korean words are useless. I'm sorry. Learning vocabulary is the most useless thing a Korean learner can learn. Because what's the point of learning vocabulary if you don't know how to use it in a sentence? Or if your sentence structure is shit? Or if your grammar is crap? Then what's the point of having all that vocabulary if you don't know how to use it? Grammar first, always. I used to have something like that. It was called 1 Minute Korean. I had a separate channel. I had a separate YouTube Instagram channel for it. It's called 1 Minute Korean. Like I put like examples to do with BTS. But then again, I got really busy, so I couldn't do it. I think maybe I'll start a live for it, and we'll see from there. Like, we'll see how many people come, what do people need, and then we'll see from there, like, what to do about it. Because I don't want my channel to have too many varied things. And I also kind of like, I love interacting with you guys, but if I have to put in a lot of work, well, YouTube. I'm being realistic, okay? We're adults and we need money. I don't have a lot of time. So if I were to spend like 5 hours making a video, that's 5 hours I could be doing something for myself, which I don't have a lot of time to do already. But if YouTube gives me money for it, you know, at least I feel better doing it. Let's be realistic here. I'm always going to be honest with you guys. This is the kind of person... I can't say this is the kind of person I am. It sounds very, like, negative. But realistically, I have a full-time job. Yeah. And, like, if YouTube monetizes my channel, I would be very fucking happy to do it for you. But if it doesn't, then, you know... I'm gonna just keep doing this because I love interacting with you guys, don't get me wrong. Even on a Sunday, it's my day off. I woke up early just to like get ready and so that I can come and talk to you guys. It's something I do look forward to. I don't mind doing it now. But if it's something like a job, like I'm obliged to do it weekly, like for the Korean thing, then it might not be fun anymore. But okay, anytime. Or alright, anytime we're having a casual discussion like this. Oh, I bit the inside of my... Every time we're having a casual discussion like this, and if you want to ask questions, okay, that's fine. Like, I think we're pretty much done with the topic, and there's all that I can say without going into too much detail and in too much, like, scandal-less investigation. I don't want to get sued by anybody or, you know, start up speculations. I can only give you examples that I currently know. So, discussion on that is over. So I guess you are free. We're free to talk about anything you want now. So Emma, if you have more questions, then I guess let me know. And if I don't feel like answering anymore, I'll tell you. Because I know you'll give me the freedom to like stop if I don't feel like it. Because you're nice with me. You guys. Did you make a New Year's resolution? I did not. I did not. I was out and I was trying not to freeze and... But did I tell you? Oh my gosh, if you haven't watched that video, you should. On New Year's Eve, I went to outside Coex to watch fireworks, and at midnight it started snowing, and it only snowed for like 2 minutes, and it was so beautiful because the whole time, the whole like 10 days I was there, it didn't snow, but it snowed at midnight on New Year's, and I was, wow, it was so beautiful. And they played like the congratulations song or little bits of other songs, but the first official full song that they played for New Year's Day was Boy With Love. I was so happy, I was screaming. I wish I had brought my army bomb. You could hear like some armies in the crowd doing fan chants. It was kind of fucking awesome. Have you tried to monetize this channel? Yes. I'm waiting. They're probably gonna say no. I don't understand why. I have so many views on this channel. In 1.5 years, okay, in almost 2 years, like 1 year and 9 months, this channel has accumulated 4.5 million views. I don't understand why they wouldn't monetize me. What did the person say? Community college versus college. It depends on you, actually. And also, I'm really sorry, but I don't know much about the U.S. college system, so I can't really comment on that. I would say go to a regular college. Your prospects are better. Community college is usually for people who are like, they got kids, or they can't commit full time to staying on a campus. They don't want to experience like college campus life. Yeah. Do you think the U.S. tournament get canceled? Yes. And that is why I haven't bought tickets to day 1 or day 2 Rose Bowl, like resale tickets, because pretty sure if I buy a resale ticket, the tour is going to get canceled and I'm not going to get my money back. So I've only bought a verified ticket from Ticketmaster, and so that when the tour gets canceled, I'll get my money back safely with everything. This lemon pulp thing is really good. Oh, damn. Getting back to the main topic. Okay, so I think you don't need to worry that much. I would say that 70%, 80% of the time the translation is accurate because they're talking about very like simple things. But like if it's more complicated stuff, or maybe it's slightly more controversial things, then it's bound to get like maybe partially translated or translated in a safe way. I am quite guilty of that myself, actually. Before a couple of times, I chose to translate Yuki's tweets in a non-aggressive way, even though he sounded very aggressive in it, to protect BTS, because the context was that it was some award show a long time ago, and it involved other bands. Yoongi is very competitive, and the way he said it was less than nice. At that time, they weren't really all that big yet, and there weren't really very many English translators for the fandom. And a lot of people really trusted mine. I didn't lose any of the meaning of what he wanted to say, but I chose nicer words for him instead of the aggressive sounding words he had chosen to protect, because back then, fandom wars were like kind of really fucking shit, and nobody wants that, so I did what I had to do in order to protect them. Other translators were kind of shit anyway. He translated very directly, so there was no problem there. I can't remember what year, but it was in very early days, so possibly like 2015, 2016. Yeah, early days. Okay, we'll go back. Guess who? Here, get up there. Pure means star. Look at the stars in his eyes. He's pure good. Stars? You see the stars? Kirby sleeps with Mama nowadays. Because he's the baby. He hasn't spent a lot of time with me. And I don't really take my dolls out so much anymore. So these days when I watch scary movies, I watch it with him because he's so brave. Unlike his other brothers who are fucking fraidy cats. Okay, let's answer some. What's the best time of year to go to Singapore? Anytime except December and January, because it's quite rainy. But actually nowadays not really. Anytime we have summer-ish weather all year round. It's fine. Hyugi is learning English nowadays like his daddy. But he's a smart baby. He's a smart cookie. Next time I do a live, because now I have a table, I can bring other babies. And you can meet them and know their personalities. I'm very excited to tell you about their names. Okay, since we're talking about the Korean language, let me tell you. You can learn some new vocabulary at the same time. Look at my face. Do you see how excited I am? Have you always had bangs? No. I got these like maybe a couple of years ago. Okay, so we'll start from youngest to oldest. Pyeolgu. Because of the stars in his eyes, you know how Jungkook has those like bright eyes, and there's always that light in his gaze, like that. He's got this very intense look, right? And so that's why they put the stars in his eyes. So Pyeolgu. Starcook. Starcook? Yeah. I have have one star, one moon, and one sun. So my Hopi doll is called Hipbit. Hipbit means sunshine. Um, God, he looks so cute just staring at her. Hipbit meaning sunshine, and 달주, 달 meaning moon. 달이, 달, 달주. So moon, Jin, because Dabju always talks about the moon. So 달주 is a moon child. 달주. Hipbit means sunshine. And my children all have very good names according to their personalities or like what their daddies are like. So 결국 달준 햇빛. I have 찐뽕. 찐뽕 is my Jimin doll. It's a combination of Jimin and 짬뽕. 짬뽕 is like really spicy seafood noodles. Jimin likes spicy. I like seafood, and it's one of my favorites. He doesn't like seafood. But anyway, 찐뽕 is a really cute name. 찐뽕. So that's my Jimin doll. My V doll Taeyong. My V doll is Taeja. Taeja it means prince. And goddamn, he's like as close as we can get to royalty. And because my V doll is the blonde one with blue eyes from the Blood, Sweat, and Tears era. And so, goddamn, he looks like a prince in that. Everybody did. So I thought it would be a good play on his name, play on words, to call him Taeja, meaning prince. I'm really good at naming my children. Let me move my leg. Shubdi is just Shubdi, just because I couldn't think of a better name for him. And in the early days, Yugi always talked about wanting to be called like DJ Shubdi. So that's what I named him from the early days. And hi Emma, I don't know if I missed much. I'm just telling people the names of my dolls, like what they mean in Korean, because they're very meaningful names. Look at the little mole under his mouth. I can't stop thinking about how cute he is. Look at it. Oh my god, you're so cute, my baby. Last one is 먹진. 먹진 meaning coming from the verb 먹다. 먹다 means to eat in Korean. So 먹진, eat진. And those are all my 7 children. Maybe I should do a live with all my dolls sometime and talk about it. I could stare at him all day. He's so fucking cute. It's gonna fall down. Alright, you guys. There's nothing else for us to talk about, and these are the lull moments. Let me play you a song, and then we're gonna go. Play a song. Any last questions in terms of like the lost in translation stuff? or the Korean stuff or whatever it is. Last call for questions. Am I gonna get sick from eating these like pulpy things? They look very dark. No last questions? Okay. Okay. Wow, this lighting looks kind of decent. I mean, that's kind of shame. I should have had a phone under my face this whole time. Yeah, looks good. Okay, let's play, there's a Pepsi rock version. Oh, 피땀 눈물? Oh my god. 피땀 눈물? Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Shall we? So hard to hear. Hipster rock version? I mean, to me it sounds kind of rock. Well, I don't know. You be the judge, okay, of it, and then we'll see. Can you hear it? if I hold it like this way. Okay, so you guys, I think that counted as a rock version because the music arrangement was totally different from the usual. Like, yeah, it was different. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the music arrangement was totally different. And, like, they sang it slightly differently also, just because, you know, it's more fun. To me, this is the best version of Hipstay. Also because, like, they really went all out. I was so, so happy when I saw it. They did it also for the Love Yourself and Love Yourself and Speak Yourself, like, medley. But it was really short, really, really short. And also they stuck to the same old Pipstick. Like, it wasn't different arrangements. This one had a live band playing, that's why. Had a live band playing, and it was so freaking good. Really freaking good. So you guys, was it better when I had the phone here or when I had the phone there? I really need to know. Was this wings to it? I don't know. Wait, let me see. Wings day 2. 19th February. Aw, it was louder and clearer when I put it near the camera. I need to know what mic is being used right now. So I'm gonna cover my Bluetooth earpiece thing and see if you can hear me well. Okay. Is this sound the same? Is this sound the same as before? This is better? This is the sound that you've been hearing the whole time? So how do I get it to, like, go from here? I didn't know. I thought that I was using the mic in my... I just got this a couple days ago, so I'm trying to play around with it, and I don't know whether it's connected or not. So I should have held the phone to your... I should have held... I'm sorry, so you couldn't really hear the sound? Aww. Well, okay, well, this will just give us a chance to listen to it again next week. And I'll put it closer to the phone, I promise. I didn't know... You heard it clearly? You need to connect the Bluetooth to the phone with the camera on. Okay, I connected the Bluetooth before the camera was on. So maybe it didn't work as well? Let's try it right now. Might as well. It says it's connected right now. How about now? Does it make a difference at all? It says my earphones are connected right now. And it's got a mic in. So, like, I should be able. You guys should be able to hear me properly. I don't know what it sounds like now. You still hearing me loud and clear? It's the same? Oh, that's fantastic. It sounds the same? Okay, so now the test is, I'm gonna play a song, I'm gonna put it close to me, and you tell me if you can, and then I'm gonna put it close to the phone, and then you tell me if it works or not. Thanks for this, guys. It's like an experiment, so we can know. Okay, let's play another song. We'll play a short song, okay? Puro? Like Dean? Not a BTS song. I love Dean. Let's try this. Oh my god, they're fantastic. Okay. Alright. So when speaking it's not a problem, but when I need to play a song, I'll put it closer to the phone. Okay. That's all I needed to know. And speaking is fine. Like, you guys hear me okay? It doesn't pick up any other noises. Is there even a difference when I'm using this and when I'm using those? I mean, because this is a brand new phone too. I'm really hoping that the quality is much better than before. And just basically, I don't know, delivers better quality, I'm hoping. Do you feel like picture quality is better? It's supposed to be better. Sound quality is better, and I'm hoping video quality is better. Just because this is a brand new phone, you guys. It better be better. I mean, this is a fucking $1,800 phone. It better be good. Okay. 다행이다. It's so nice. Like if we're talking about a Korean topic, we can say things in Korean, and it wouldn't be like Korea boo-ish. Otherwise, I refrain because I don't want to seem like that. But I speak Korean daily in my daily life. It's so hard sometimes not to say things in Korean. I do want to speak to myself sometimes, you know? If I lose something, I'll be like, 어디 갔어? 어디 갔지? Where did it go? That's what I say. And I notice Namjoon sometimes says it in his lives also. Like he loses something and be like, 어디 갔어? 어디 갔지? 아이고. I keep dropping shit. Okay. I gotta go. Everybody, we're gonna go. It's been like an hour and a half. So, thanks for joining me. It's been so nice. It's been so great. Thank you for helping out with testing my sound and telling me about video quality and enjoying this content and asking a lot of questions. I really appreciate that. So, thanks so much for being here. I will talk to you in the next week, and we'll see what we can do about the whole Korean life thing. Have a great Sunday, guys.